couple of familiar faces here in WICR. Benzino, the hero, Anthony Carlo, getting you caught up on the show you know and love, AB Conversation. What's up, Ben?
Anthony, how's everything? Benzino, the hero, back on the ones and twos.
Oh,
Different
man.
day, same spiel.
Same spiel. Well, you know what? Rangers back in first place. Mayweather-Pacquiao press conference yesterday, talking some real talk to each other, getting set for that fight, which will be coming up in May. An A-bomb from A-Rod yesterday.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
We might get into that, but just to say it real quick, he got some applause.
Got some applause, yeah. So a lot going on, but by far the ticket that stole everybody's money was the NFL free agency moves.
It started, even though NFL free agency started, what's today, Thursday, so it started Tuesday, news of LaShawn McCoy and Kiko Alonso, that was broke on AB Conversation. People did hear about that, and it continued on that first day of Tuesday. Deals were made. Players were on the move.
Yeah, and Benzino made it clear Ben broke the news, first of all, from Adam Schefter, I believe.
Yeah, and Franklin.
And Franklin Osorio. So we had that here. And I'm glad you brought that up. LaShawn McCoy headed over to the Bills to make Rex Ryan's life a little easier. How about we discuss and break down a little bit about the team that he's leaving, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. They themselves making a lot of moves, and just today confirmed that DeMarco Murray, former Cowboys running back, the NFL's leading rusher last year, is now going to be McCoy's replacement on Philly.
And we can say that the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles changed, which was Sam Bradford's being the new quarterback coming from the
Rams,
St. Louis Rams, and Nick Foles going out to St. Louis.
So day one, Ben, I don't get it. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I understand there's a system involved here. I understand Chip Kelly runs a certain offense that it's sort of this. You know, you watch the Iona Gales, and we'll get into this a little bit later. The Iona Gales men's basketball team, the way they play the game of basketball, their offense is a run and gun type offense, high octane. They like to get out in transition, get up and down the floor as quick as they can. If you want to compare the Iona Gales basketball offense to an NFL team, it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's that hurry-up offense. It's get the ball and go.
Let's get the ball. Let's score as many times as we can. And Chip Kelly runs that offense. And many people are questioning now the moves that are being made towards Kelly. Are you a mastermind or are you crazy?
I remember you when Kenny called you, said that you were cuckoo. You might say the same thing for Chip Kelly.
I might say it. And the thing about this now is Nick Foles is now, and my original point when I started talking about this, I'm trying to get in my brain, trying to understand what the Eagles had a problem with Nick Foles. Now, I understand that his first year, he came onto the scene when Michael Vick got hurt and absolutely tore the league up, and everybody was on board with him. Next year, he comes back for his sophomore year, which was last year, and I understand things were not as attractive as they looked the first year.
No Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin coming off injury.
Right, and you have to credit the fact that he wasn't tearing up the league to the fact that Deshaun Jackson had signed with the Redskins and their number one guy was Maclin, who had a very big year, I understand, but you have to take into consideration he had one less big target to throw to, and then he got injured. And fans weren't exactly on the same, sort of on board with him as they were in his rookie season. So obviously Chip Kelly and the Eagles franchise believed that Nick Foles was not the way to go, and they wanted to veer in a different direction. My question to you, Ben, is the trade they made for Sam Bradford, is that considered bait for the time that the NFL draft comes along to use to trade up to Marcus Mariota and nail him as a draft pick to take the franchise in that direction, which would only make sense since Chip Kelly coached Mariota back in Oregon for the Oregon Ducks? Or is Sam Bradford really the way this franchise is going?
First of all, what a loaded question, but is Sam Bradford bait for Marcus Mariota? Today's Thursday, the 12th of March. Almost the odds of March passed, but it's still March, right? That's not the point. The point is, today is Oregon's Pro Day. Who's working out for Oregon's Pro Day? The quarterback, Marcus Mariota. Where's Chip Kelly? Hi, DeMarco Murray. I'm Chip Kelly. Welcome to our offense. So if Chip Kelly's there in Philadelphia greeting DeMarco Murray, plus having DeMarco Murray's former teammate and Sam Bradford as quarterback, does he really need to go out to Oregon? He probably got scouts out there, but does he really have to go to Oregon where he's looking at his offense? He says, yo, I'm looking at a playmaker like DeMarco Murray, led the league in rushing. We can make the playoffs this year with you.
So are you saying that he's not... Are you saying that what he said today about going after Mariota, and in terms of they're not, the fact that he said we're not going after Mariota, you believe that is because there's no worry now that they have DeMarco Murray? Here's my question to you. The way they're going right now is Sam Bradford's their quarterback. Now all of a sudden DeMarco Murray's their running back. Do you feel that Chip Kelly is even worried one iota that they don't have somebody like Mariota?
I don't think so because they don't have any assets to move to get Mariota. You trade LaShawn McCoy. If you're going to get Mariota, you would have to move up with the 20th pick and throw in a big name like LaShawn McCoy to get the player that you want.
Right, and the thing about it is Mariota is obviously he made it clear today everything comes with a price tag. And a lot of the moves they made were governed by money. Those were his exact words. So the fact that they're breaking this team down, Macklin no more,
he's in Kansas City.
Yeah, Macklin no more. DeMarco Murray is a new addition, but getting rid of Nick Foles, LaShawn McCoy, they're shaking this team up. Now, can you blame them? I mean, last year they finished with, I believe they were 10-5, right? 10-5? No. 9-7. They finished with 9. Ian and I were. Ian's in our. Ian's producing for us today in our control room, and he and I were at the last Giants home game where the Eagles had beaten the Giants, but 9-7 they finished. You can't really sort of jump on Chip Kelly and the Eagles franchise here for making these moves, because if you're going to go from last year into next year and figure your team is in the position it's in to win the division, you can't be 100% confident about that because you didn't win it last year.
And you're starting from scrap. He's having the players that he wanted to come in, so they have to adjust to his system as well.
Yeah, that's my point. The fact that he's adjusting everything, he's shaking things up, he's getting things. They were 10-6. Okay, yeah, I was right. Ian had told me they were 9-7, but
come on, Sacks.
What? Oh, I said 10-5. Okay, so all three of us have come up with the wrong records. They were 10-6. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The fact that he's shaking everything up here, I truly believe it's sort of a mad scientist way of looking at things, but it's not something that is completely crazy. Sometimes you need to break down the team, you need to change the chemistry, and that could be the key to going from 9-7 last year to 10-5, next year, or 10-6 next year. Excuse me. Just 10-6 next year.
Just about this Eagles thing with DeMarco Murray signing with the team, is that considered an upgrade from LaShawn McCoy?
I personally believe no, and that's a great question. I mean, that might be the best question asked all day. DeMarco Murray was the NFL's leading rusher last year, and the guy was a beast. We talk about Marshawn Lynch in beast mode. Well, you know what? DeMarco Murray, though he has a fumbling problem and always will, it seems like, he literally ran the league out of the building.
Yes.
Now, LaShawn McCoy also had a big year, definitely top 3 running back. Le'Veon Bell probably in that mix. But I feel as if LaShawn McCoy has a more consistent level of good play than DeMarco Murray.
And DeMarco Murray's offensive line was crazy in Dallas.
Exactly.
He got the lane. That offensive line allowed him to get the leading in rush, and the fact that Murray came off injury years before that. Before this year, the year preceding, it was like, yo, is this dude? What about this guy? Okay,
right.
He has the talent. All right, but he gets injured.
And here's the thing, Ben. The Cowboys didn't pursue DeMarco Murray. So if Ben, you're my best player on my team. You are the best player I have.
6'6".
Okay,
God.
I want you because I know you get boards. I know you're dominant on down low. I want Benzino. I know this franchise can't succeed without Ben. I'm getting Ben as soon as the season is over with and free and everything opens up. I'm tagging you, Ben. I'm getting you on my team again. I'm signing you. If you're not signing one of your best players, you don't think they're really one of your best players because you're not jumping all over signing them again. That's what DeMarco Murray felt. He didn't feel as if he was wanted, and for that reason, he went to Philly today looking to become an Eagle.
Wow. Yeah, that you could say that, and you could say that how Murray, this dude, he coming off injury. I believe he had a collarbone.
Who's this?
DeMarco Murray.
Collarbone
I
injury?
believe so. No, that's Peterson. Sorry, I get my running backs confused. But if Dallas did not want this guy, all right, let him go. Let him go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not my problem. Even though he did lead the rushing, even though the fact that the Cowboys were considered next year being a Super Bowl caliber team, but now they just lost to DeMarco Murray, they're definitely not going to be considered a Super Bowl team.
They're not, but you know what, Ben? It's their own fault. If they really thought...
They could have had him.
Yeah, they could have. If they really thought DeMarco Murray was a piece moving forward towards a championship, they would have locked him up. And now I don't know where they go. See, that's the disconnect here. Just like you said, I don't see a Super Bowl now on the horizon. They were definitely more likely to win one if DeMarco Murray was still on that team. And I'm not making DeMarco Murray to be a god out in any way here, because I personally believe one big year doesn't get you that status.
Yep.
You know, he's had good years before, but one huge year, rushing over 100 yards, however many times he did last year, you know, doesn't just get you that status for good. I mean, look at Chris Davis. Hit 50 home runs last year. 2 years ago. What did he do last year? Not nearly as much. Mm-hmm. So, you know, there's a something to be said about having a monster year and being a monster player for a career. And I truly believe LeSean McCoy is the better option based on consistency, putting up those awesome numbers, those solid numbers every year.
Then to DeMarco Murray.
Then DeMarco Murray.
In the AB conversation on our next segment will be a preview, not preview. We will be talking about the other free agent moves that were made. And then in a later segment, you know, if we got time for it, we'll be talking about some NBA news. So next on AB conversation will be NFL free agency. So stay tuned.